And first, right now, here on the WHAS 11 Night Team, Brooks Houck is sent off to prison for life, being called a lowlife and compared to the devil. You are going to hear those very comments from the family of Crystal Rogers as they look directly at him today to say it. It's part of our team coverage for you right here tonight. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. I'm Doug Proffitt. The 43-year-old Brooks Houck, convicted of murder for his role in the death of Crystal more than 10 years ago, gets life in prison. And accomplice Joseph Lawson today receiving 25 years in prison. WHAS 11's Alexandra Goldberg and photojournalist Jessica Farley begin our coverage with Crystal's mother addressing Houck.
I guess I'm going to ask you these questions, Brooks.
A decade-long investigation leaves a trail of questions.
Did you ever think of how my daughter felt when you murdered her? Did she feel any pain? Did you make sure Crystal knew what you were going to do to her? Did Crystal beg for her life, knowing she had 5 children to come home to?
Crystal Rogers' mother, Sherry Ballard, with the still lingering question about her daughter.
You can admit your guilt, Brooks, and you can tell me where my daughter is, and that's your forgiveness from God.
For 10 years, I've lived with pain and anger and emptiness.
Rogers' daughters, Ashley Miller and Kylie Fenwick, speaking directly to Brooks Houck in the Nelson County courtroom.
You are nothing but a lowlife. You took a mother of 5 children away. I know you don't care because that's just who you are.
I have had so many sleepless nights, and still there are times when I pick up my phone to call her, but I can't because you all murdered her.
That's Barbara Roby, Crystal's aunt, not mincing words.
You didn't reach out to God before because you're too close to the devil.
For 10 years, I have suffered the pain of losing my daughter. Never once have I seen you shed one tear, not one tear.
Cameras weren't allowed in the courtroom for the trial of Houck and Lawson, but they were for their sentencing.
I hope that you slowly rot away in prison.
My only regret is that Kentucky doesn't have the death penalty. But then I think death is too good for you.
I hope you have the worst life possible, because that's what you deserve.
Crystal's sister, Brooke Bryan, and her brother, Casey Ballard, speaking to Houck's character.
You've always smiled, but today I get to go home with my family, and you go to prison for the rest of your life, and I'll be the one smiling when I go home.
Sherry walking out to a room filled with relief, knowing they'll serve the maximum punishment. The defendants have a right to appeal. That case will go directly to the Kentucky Supreme Court. But still, as this case comes to an end, there's one lingering question. Where are Crystal's remains? In Bardstown, Alexandra Goldberg, WHAS 11, on your side.